Hi, everybody. It's Deneen here. Thanks for joining us. I have one of my friends and upline leaders, Sarah Kelso, here to join us today. Thanks for joining us, Sarah. Really appreciate it. I'm just going to take a few minutes to interview Sarah because it's always great to hear what brought someone else to this business, right? Because friends of mine that are listening are going to say, yeah, Deneen, you've done this. Yeah, I've heard it. But hearing from someone else, just happens that Sarah's a Canadian and a fellow teacher as well. So I just will just share her story and hear about why other people are finding such value here. So Sarah, thank you for being here. I want to start off by just saying, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you were doing before network marketing and what brought you here.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So I've been in network marketing for 8 years. It'll be 9 in August. It's been a long time in the industry. I am a high school teacher, so I've taught grades 7 through 12 essentially. Right now I'm on maternity leave with my second baby. So I'm doing this full time right now, which is really, really nice. Coming into the industry before that, well, my story's kind of a joke, but I joined network marketing by accident. Literally, I thought I was getting a sale on the website. So I went on to buy one product and I saw a bundle of products and I was like, oh, I'll just buy that because it's a sale. And I called my sponsor on the phone because I was like, hi, like, I know you don't know me, but like, I have to put a name down. And she was like a friend of a friend. So I was like, I have to put a name down. Can I put your name down for this? So I was like the easiest recruit ever. Ended up staying with that company. I was in a group. So I was putting into this group and I saw a paycheck that was like, it wasn't crazy. It was like a couple $1,000s more than I was making a month teaching. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that's what? I'm like, you're making that with this? I'm like, so I just realized that I was A, in a company, B, the income potential. I was like, what is going on here? And then C, I was like, well, tell me how to do it. And so she was my upline and she explained what to do. And I just followed the steps essentially. Like that's all it was. So I stayed with that company for 7 years. I was the top of their compensation plan, top in Canada, not top person in Canada, but top 20 in Canada for like most of that time, if not all that time. I had great success there. I learned a lot. And that was sort of my first and only other company. So I've never done anything more than my previous company and now Chernot.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, and anyone could do this for someone that didn't even, join on purpose. So that's
Nope.
amazing. I love that. So in saying that, you're here now. How has your life changed? How do you feel your life has changed through this industry and this company?
Yeah, so from this industry, oh my gosh, so much has changed. But this industry, so my goal coming out of 2023 back in, when I go back to teaching, I want my teaching salary to be our extra money and this to be our main income, meaning I'm making way more than I'm making teaching. So teaching is just like it becomes the side gig, essentially, because really, like, I love it. Everyone always asks me, when am I going to quit teaching? And I say, I never. Why would I? I like the benefits. I like the pension. I like the things, and I like teaching. I like the actual job of teaching. If I hated it, absolutely, I would have been gone years ago. But for me, coming into this industry, my life's changed drastically, especially with this company, because, with the Jeep stipend, we have 2 Jeeps in our driveway. So we don't have car payments anymore. And it's not because I mean, I could afford our car payments of whatever car we wanted right now, but I don't like having like the Jeep payments come in, like, because of that. It's game changing. So we have paid for cars. We have, the money now is our kind of extra money. My house, if you could see it right now, is in reno shambles, but that's okay because I love renos and we would not be able to do it otherwise. Being able to take an 18-month maternity leave and not even flinch was amazing. Um, those little things like are the bigger things that have changed. But my biggest thing with network marketing is that the amount of people I've been able to help over the last 9 years almost, whether it's through their business and helping them achieve goals, etc., financial gain, or now here it's been a whole different ballgame because it's now I'm helping people with their health as well. So it's been so the biggest thing for me has been so rewarding of actual like helping people, if that makes sense. Financial gain's great, and that's what everybody kind of seems to want when they come into something like this. But like the actual ability to be able to help and do that has been totally different here.
Yeah, I so agree. I so agree. And in saying all that, we're going to have people that are listening going, yeah, but I can't do it. So like, what about you? Were you skeptical when you came into this at all? Like, because I was even skeptical, and I've been in network marketing before. So what about you?
Oh, well, everyone's skeptical. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't believe in these things at all. I didn't even know I joined. I would never have joined one. Like, this is the thing. I thought they were stupid. I never went to parties. I like when people would host things in the staff room or whatever. I'm like, no, not doing that. Nobody makes money at those. I had a very closed mind. I was tutoring at the time, making like, I don't know, 150 a month. And I said, if this thing is so cool and so like gonna make money, if I can make more than $150 in my first month, then I'm sold. And I like, I don't know, quadruple, like, I don't know, 5 times, 6 times, I don't know those numbers. I do not teach math. Um, did that in my first month. I was like, oh, okay, like I'm a believer, and it only took me a month because I saw the paycheck come in, right? So, and it wasn't a huge paycheck. It's not like it was like my first paycheck from Charlotte was insane. It was my second biggest paycheck in 9 years. But that's because I had experience coming in. It's because I knew how to play this compensation plan to its absolute biggest points. I came in for the compensation plan and then fell in love with the product, where it's usually the opposite with companies, right? So people love the product, they decide to join. 90% of my team here, that's what happened. Where for me, it was more about, okay, how can I help people make money again? Because I can't do it. I don't have a system. I don't have anything with my last company. I brought in 14 people the month I left. But no, I'm sorry, 14 people the month before I left. Then I stayed another month, learned about this company, but I had 14 people come in and not a single one of them made a penny. And I was like, I'm done. The fact that I can't help 14 people, not one person make a single penny, any sort of income, they joined for a cheaper opportunity, etc., and didn't make a dollar, I'm done. So that was kind of one of my big deciding factors when I switched businesses, essentially.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. So in saying that, some people come in for the products, some people come in for the compensation plan. I was never a expert on the compensation plan, but I'm certainly learning. And as I keep learning, I'm like jaw dropped. But in saying that, for anyone that's listening right now, what advice would you give them? Even business, product, what advice would you give someone that's just watching and kind of just thinking about this?
I think in terms of like, if you're just watching this and you're like, what is going on? Just go for it. Like, people are so afraid to do things until it's too late. The amount of people that came to me when I joined this company at the very beginning that were like, I wanted to get in with you at the beginning of your last one, but I always thought it was too late. And I'm like, what? Like, I had no idea. And I'm like, it's never too late to do anything. And like, okay, so we are a newer company to Canada, like officially. We've been here. I've been here for a year, but we officially launched in August 2022. So, but what I will say is that it's never too late. Like, I was not in at my last company at the beginning. Everyone seemed to think I was. Like, I was like, that doesn't even make sense. I joined a year and a half after it launched in Canada. It had been around for 2 years. This company's been around for 13 years, but the supplement world and being official in Canada, UK, those places, and expanding to more countries, it's not too late ever. And ground floor is a very scary place to be if you're jumping in with a company that is a startup that has CEOs that possibly have failed at other companies. Those sort of things you want to look out for, because when you're not with a stable company, the hard part of this industry, and from the corporate standpoint, because I am friends, like very close friends with some corporate people in my old company and this company, is that if you don't have a solid foundation and that company closes, that's it. There's nothing that you can do. Yes, you can go join another company, but like when you put your heart and soul into something, that's a very defeating thing. And I refuse to ever be with a company that was in that position. So when I came to Ternot, I was very happy to hear it was stable. It wasn't new in terms of like they're just starting to build. Yeah, we've been around, I think it's 10 or 13 years. It might be a 10 years. 2013. So yeah, let's just do some math, Sarah. That's 10 years. 2013 is when we came into, it's probably why I always say 13 because it's 2013. Came into it. And then now we're just kind of like just building that momentum. Like it's still so new. There's so much opportunity here. And like the products are just going to get better. Like they're already amazing. And that is another thing too to think about. Like my last business, there was a lot of things I did not want my customers buying because I didn't love them. Like I was like, don't get that product. No, 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 no. And I was very honest with my customers, which they appreciated. But there were lots of products, obviously, that I loved. Here, like literally, I don't have a hesitant product at all. Like if people want to buy, it doesn't matter what they want to buy. I'm not worried about them trying it and not loving it because they all have a specific reason. So
Yeah.
anyone who's advice, if you're thinking about it, just go for it. There is nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. You even get to join for free in Canada and the
I
UK.
know. I was just thinking that, like we have, yeah, free sign up. So I think that that's perfect. I really appreciate you being here. And for anyone that's watching us today or tonight or whenever you're choosing to watch our replay, get back to if something interests you, if you want to ask about a product, about the business, about anything, get back to the person that invited you or to Sarah or myself, and we can get you information. Information is free, knowledge is power, and we have a lot to offer. So
Yeah.
thanks for being here. And Sarah, thank you for